So the BYD Atto 3 is now officially on sale in Malaysia today. This is now one of the most affordable all-electric vehicles you can buy in the market, as well as one of the most interesting one too. Just look at it, it looks unique. It's a very spacious SUV, and inside it's absolutely incredible. It's got the first of its kind, a full rotating center screen. It's got a built-in dash cam. It's got an NFC key card, and on top of all that, it's even got Batman tyres. Intrigued yet? Let's go. For most people, the first brand that comes to mind for electric vehicles is Tesla, but perhaps it's time to switch our heads to BYD instead. As of 2022, this is now the biggest, most popular EV brand in the world today. Here in Malaysia, it has partnered up with Sime Darby Motors. It doesn't get any more legit than that. The brand will also invest no less than 500 million ringgit over the next 2 years. That is to build its own network of showrooms and dealerships around Malaysia, as well as its own network of charging infrastructure. But back to the car itself, the Atto 3 is priced from 150,000 ringgit here in Malaysia. That gets you the standard range version with a 50 kilowatt-hour battery pack. BYD claims a full EV range of around 410 kilometers on the NEDC cycle, or about 345 kilometers on the more realistic WLTP cycle. The extended range version, however, is priced slightly more expensive at 168,000 ringgit, but that gets you a bigger 60 kilowatt-hour battery. That gets you around 480 kilometer range on the NEDC test cycle, or about 420 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. Whichever variant you choose, you get the same advanced BYD LFP battery pack. This is claimed to be able to charge to 100% all the time without having to worry too much about battery degradation. As for charging, the Atto 3 has an onboard AC charger of just 7 kilowatts. But since you'll be charging it overnight anyway, whether it's 7 or 11, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. For DC charging, the standard range takes a maximum of 70 kilowatts, while the extended range version is slightly faster at 80 kilowatts. At the maximum charge rate, this can go from 0 to 80% state of charge in about 45 minutes. So the battery and range aside, both Atto 3 variants get the exact same powertrain, a single electric motor powering the front wheels, rated at 204 PS and 310 Newton meters of torque. BYD claims it can get from 0 to 100 in just 7.3 seconds. That's plenty fast enough for a family SUV like this. Plus, you know, EV, instant torque and all that, yeah, this should be more than powerful enough for most people. And before I forget, I did mention that this car comes with Batman tyres. This is what I meant. It's an Atlas Batman A45 tyre. Yeah, I've never heard of it either. Now, by the way, this is the only way to tell between the standard and extended range models. The standard version gets smaller 17-inch wheels, while the more expensive version gets these 18 inches. This, by the way, has plastic covers for better aero properties. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what BYD stands for. Well, that's your answer right there. Build your dreams. Me personally, I would much prefer a simple, classy logo down here, but I guess a lot of people are still wondering what it stands for. So yeah, there you go. Now inside, it looks like absolutely nothing on the road today. It's supposed to be styled to look like muscle fibers or something, and I guess in some ways it does. And then you've got this center screen. For any reason, if you don't like the horizontal screen, you can just press a button over here and it rotates 90 degrees to be vertical. How cool is that? So if you're navigating somewhere, you may want a more vertical real estate to show both your map as well as your audio controls. This is super cool. Beyond that, you've also got a built-in Spotify app within the screen itself, and very soon you'll also have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for you to use. Beyond the screen, there's a lot of unique things about this car as well. The aircon vents are down here instead of the regular places up there, and the build quality around the entire car feels pretty solid, feels pretty premium for this price. And then you've also got nice touches like a glass effect start-stop button down here, plus a fully integrated dash cabinet behind this cover right here. So there's no more need for any pesky dangling cables and whatnot in this car. And the interesting details don't end there. On the side, you've got this really cool looking door handle. You pull it up to open, and then further down, you've got guitar strings to hold your bottles in. It's all pretty damn cool, I think. Right in front of you is a small center screen that gives you your speed, your range and all that. I think this is a much better solution than like Tesla that just dumps everything onto the center screen. What I don't like, however, is this big and bulky center boss with a very shiny and cheap looking BYD logo. I'm sure there is a nicer, classier way to put your logo in. Having said that, the seats are absolutely fantastic. They look really, really good. They are super soft, super comfortable to sit in. Plus, the front passenger seat has ISOFIX points, so you can easily secure 3 child seats in this car and no issues at all. Moving to the back, it is very, very good as well. Just look at the amount of legroom that I have. There's plenty of space back here, although headroom can be a little bit limited if you're especially tall. For your reference, I am only 167 centimeters tall, and if I sit up straight, yeah, there's like an inch of clearance above my hair right here. Having said that, the seats themselves are excellent. They are super comfortable. Now, these are marketed as fake leather, but yeah, they feel the real stuff and they are super soft, very, very comfortable. I love it back here. You've also got your pair of rear aircon vents with both a USB-A and a USB-C outlet. Beyond that, you've got a full panoramic sunroof on both variants. That is quite a unique thing. Plus, you've got the same cool bits as the front. This super interesting door handle, more guitar strings, and just look at this pulsating ambient lighting over here. This is supposed to follow the beat of the music and it changes colors as well. Yeah, super cool. As for the boot, the Atto 3 has a 420-litre cargo space, which is more than good enough for a car of this size. There is no spare tyre, but there is a tyre repair kit under the floor. As for safety, the Atto 3 gets 7 airbags, but the 7th airbag isn't one for the driver's knee. It's a center airbag that pops up between the front 2 seats. That is the first in Malaysia. Beyond that, it's got the usual things: AEB front and back, adaptive cruise control, level 2 semi-autonomous driving. Everything is included as standard for both variants. So that's the BYD Atto 3 here in Malaysia. What do you think of this car's looks, interior, specs and prices? And are you convinced enough to buy this over other EV brands in Malaysia? Let me know in the comment section below. For now, thank you for watching and stay safe, everyone.